What you mean you don't know Pana? She's dope. What you mean? What you mean? What you mean? What you mean? What is poppin' YouTube? Welcome back to my channel. It's your girl DOPEaxxPANA, and today I'm going to be giving you guys some tips on gripping for your knotless box braids. We're going to be doing triangle part knotless box braids in the colors burgundy and black. I literally gave my client some bomb burgundy highlights over the quarantine, y'all, and I feel so disrespected because her color literally rinsed out in like 2 washes. I ended up using Adore, and I'll make sure I link that video in the top right section for you guys. But Cosmoprof is closed, so I don't have access to like my professional products right now, and I'm just like, baby, I need to hit your hair with like some good, right? So in addition to that, I also did a pre-parting tutorial. If you guys see my community tab, I asked what video you guys wanted to see, and y'all said y'all wanted to see a gripping tutorial first, so I am dropping that. But if you want to see how I pre-parted this client's hair, then I'm going to also upload that video pretty soon, and that will be linked in the top right corner. So I did leave all of my braiding clips in regular speed for you guys, so it should be easy for you guys to follow along. But I like to start off by applying product around the outline of my part, and I'm going to go ahead and comb everything in towards the center. That's going to help my braid to look a lot neater as I start it off. Be sure you're not oversaturating the hair with product. You just literally want enough to where you can shape it to where you want it to be. But remember, the more product you put, the more slippery your client's hair is going to be. And if you are someone who is struggling with gripping the root, then you want to try to get your client's hair to be, you know, as dry and grippable as possible. So when I start my knotless braid, I am separating it into 3, but I'm kind of doing it in like an advanced way. So in the next clip, I will show you how you can actually part it into 3 and start your braid off. So that top piece that's hanging over my pointer, I always make sure that it's nice and smooth because that is the top of your knotless. And if you don't smooth that out, you will have like fish hooks in your braid. So I'm gonna take my first piece and I'm going to place that in between my pointer and my thumb finger. This piece should not be bigger than the piece of hair that is laying over the top of your finger. So you need to make sure that the amount of hair that you're adding in matches the density of your client's hair. Otherwise, you'll be able to see where that hair was added in. So I typically add 4 pieces to my knotless box braid, and before I even start styling, parting, doing anything to my client's hair, I prep all of my hair out. If you guys want to see how I prep my hair, then go ahead and click the video in the top right section, and you guys can come back to this video. But all of the pieces that I'm adding are the same size, and as I'm braiding, I kind of just look at the braid and see, you know, is it forming the right way? Is it the size that I want it to be? Is it getting skinnier quicker? Do I need to add in another piece? But typically 4 pieces is what it takes to make my knotless box braid really hit and be the size that I want. So the hair that I'm using on my client is actually 60 inches, which is pretty long. My client is 5'9", and this was hitting her butt, so I didn't really need to extend the length on this hair. But if you are using a braiding hair that is shorter and your client wants to add length to it, then you would definitely add more than 4 pieces because you're going to add in a couple towards the end to extend your braid. I'll definitely do a separate tutorial on how I extend my braids for you guys. I know a lot of people have asked for that, so I definitely have that coming for you guys. Y'all, these parts and these braids are on Crispiana. I knew that this style was about to hit different when I did this first row. I said, baby, these parts is looking right. I was actually really excited because if you guys watch my lives from when I was in the salon, this is actually China, who used to be in my lives a lot. This is actually her first time getting knotless box braids. So I was like, sis, these are like hitting different. She's really used to her knot. And for a while, we really had to do that because she had a bald spot from a ponytail that she had got, not from me. But we used to have to do the knot a lot for coverage, but her hair has grown in a lot at the top, and you guys will kind of see that when we get up there. But y'all, these braids is hitting different. I was like, yeah, I'm really feeling this on you. All Alright, so here I'm just showing you a different technique. Instead of combing in, you can also use the end of your rat tail comb and kind of push it in, and you'll get that same kind of effect. And here I'm actually going to physically part this hair into 3, because I know a lot of you guys need to see that visually. So you guys can see that I'm starting off with 3 strands. Okay, that strand in the middle is going to end up on top of my pointer finger, and that's going to be the top of my knotless. So once again, I'm going to make sure that that piece is nice and smooth. So when you add in that piece of hair, I know I pretty much just continue braiding, but that's because one of those strands is going to go with the piece of hair that's over your pointer finger, and then the other one is going to fall in the middle with like the piece of hair that's already in the middle. So I feel like that sounds really confusing when you're listening to it, but if you're braiding and you're using this method to add your hair in, then it'll make a lot of sense to you guys. If you have watched my feed and braid tutorial, the beginner one, when I smacked the mannequin head and did all of that foolish stuff, it's pretty much the same method that I'm using to feed in the hair. I pretty much use the same method. There are definitely different ways to do knotless box braids. I know that a lot of people have told me that this way is not super easy for them because the hair slips. I've never personally experienced that. But if you guys want to see an alternate way, then let me know in the comment section right now, and I can do a couple, okay, not a full head. I'll do a couple braids using the other feed and braid method. So if you're someone who is struggling with really keeping your grip tight at the root, what I would really recommend is try not to use as much product, because the product is really going to make your client's hair a little more slippery. So the less product you use, the better. And also, you don't want to get to a point where you're like relying on product to make your client's hair look good, because eventually it's going to get old looking really quickly. But also, I don't know if you guys notice when I braid, especially when I'm at the base of the braid and I'm close to the scalp, I always try to keep my fingers really close to the base of their head. So like really close to the scalp. I try not to, like, some people when they braid, they try to move their hands down really quickly, and that creates more of like a loose braid. I try not to move my hands downward at all, which I know it sounds weird because you're like, well, as you braid, your hands are gonna move down, but like, try to like keep your hands in the same spot and you move with the braid. I really don't know how to explain this without saying it like that, because that's literally what it is. And you'll notice that your braid is a lot tighter. Alright, so for my finishing touches, I'm not doing anything that I don't typically do, you know, on a regular client. I'll make sure that I link all of the products that I use for this video in the description section, but y'all, let me tell y'all what I did. So we literally started this style at probably like 12 a.m. and we finished around 3:30 a.m. And my silly self, like, I was so focused on like taking pictures of like the progress pictures and all my parts because they were just hella crispy, that I forgot to record the finished look. So literally all I have is photos. But I mean, this is like a gripping tutorial, so I feel like you don't really need to see the finished look really like that, right? But I am gonna include a bunch of pictures for you guys at the end. I'm typically on my shit, y'all. Like, I never really do that. So when I was editing this and I was putting the clips together, I said, hold up, like, I don't have the finished look. So I wish I could have really showed you guys, because I thought that I like recorded me going through it and getting everything, but I'm gonna insert the pictures that I have for you guys when we get to the finished look. Alright guys, so here are some photos of the finished look for you guys. I also threw in some progress photos for you guys to peep, but I'm so sorry that I didn't get videos for you guys. But as always, if you guys like this video, make sure you guys thumbs up, like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. Make sure you guys hit that notification bell so you guys can be notified every time I post. And as always, I will catch you guys in my next video. What you mean you don't know Pana? She's dope. What you mean?
What you mean?
What you mean?
What you mean?